Hey there, welcome to the channel. My name is Melissa and today I'm going to talk to you about a simple point and shoot 35mm film camera, and it is this one. This is the Lomo Apparat film camera, 35mm. This particular model is what's known as the Paris design, which has it all over the camera, which is really, really cute. This video isn't going to go into like a full review of this camera. There are plenty of videos already on YouTube that go into that, as well as, you know, unboxings of this camera, so you can see what exactly it is that you get with and for this camera. Today's video is going to be talking about creating photographs and stories and expecting the unexpected. Yeah. So lately I've been in a bit of a funk about my own photography and creating in photography and what it was that I wanted to create. And I'm sure that you felt this way too, because as creatives, this naturally occurs. I think I've had it quite a number of times in my professional career, and it's perfectly normal. But how do we get out of that? How can we move away from that and get back into being excited about camera now, photography? Now for me, like I said earlier, I'm actually looking for my own 35mm film camera where I can control all the settings within it in order to get the output of the photo or the story that I want. But I knew that I needed something that was fun, that was refreshing, something that had no rules to it, and something that I could just literally play with, which is why I purchased this camera. First things first, I want to talk about the packaging for this camera, and that's probably the only thing I will talk about with regards to the camera. The reason is because it comes in this box, which has all over this box images and photos from people that have used this camera and their examples. And I couldn't, when I first got it, this box made me so very excited about the possibilities that could be created. It's really hard cardboard, it's sturdy, so, and I plan to use this to store the photos that I actually do create from this camera. The second thing is you know, this zine or this booklet that comes with it, which apparently comes with all Lomo products. This is actually phenomenal. It's really well made, very good quality, but within it, not only does it show you or tell you about like the use and how to use the camera, but most importantly, it gives you images from people that have actually created from this camera, and it sparks creativity and ideas, and it gets a person really, really excited. It got me really, really excited to see it. And I've had this camera for a week, and I've been looking at this every day to get some inspiration as well. Now, for the camera itself, like I said, here in Australia, this video is actually in no way sponsored by Lomography, just saying. I bought it with my own money. Here in Australia, if you purchase one of these cameras, they average around $150. Not bad, 35mm. What I like about it is that I have forced myself to carry this camera every single day and to just have fun, to take a photograph, not worry about settings, not worry about whatever's in it, but just to take a photograph, to become excited again. For a number of reasons. I'm an analog girl. I came from film photography days with a camera. That is my wheelhouse. That is my greatest love, which is why I'm going back to it. And I, as a photographer in the digital, because I also still use this one as well. This is a digital. There's been a previous video about this particular camera. This gives an immediate gratification, whereas this, with film, you actually have to send the film away to get processed at a pro lab in order to see what it is that you've actually created, which is phenomenal. And in my belief and opinion, the reminder that instant gratification of a digital, and that you don't get that with this camera, is actually really exciting, because there's a delayed gratification, there's a delayed wait to knowing what it is that you actually created. I also love, like I said before, it's a rule breaker, because there are no rules when you use this camera. It's a point and shoot. You just capture whatever. Actually, one of their rules is to photograph from the hip. I also am hoping that, like I said, I've been in a bit of a funk with my own photography for a bit because I've been creating for others for so many years now. It's been a while since I've just created for myself, and I've forgotten how to do that. And this camera really has forced me to do that, to actually take it out of my bag, sit it on my desk, and force me to take a photo or 3 a day. And that has been honestly really freeing, that it doesn't matter if it works or not. It doesn't matter if it comes out blurry or not. It's my life done in a week of, memories and moments. And I'm really excited to see what those results will be. And don't worry, once I do put those films in and I do get them back, I'm certainly going to be sharing them with you on this channel as well. And the other thing that it's actually reminded me is that to stop putting so much pressure on, constantly thinking that I need bigger and better, to stop thinking that I need all of these different ideas and all of these different pieces of the puzzle in order to create a story, when sometimes the most easiest and the most beautiful stories in a photo are the simplest ones. I know that I actually took a photo of a fork with it because it was my fork that I was going to use for my lunch during that day. So that may mean nothing to nobody, but it means a lot to me. And that is a very, very simple photo. Whether it turns out or not, I don't know. I hope that it does. But when it also comes to storytelling, those reminders are sometimes what we actually need. We need to create for ourselves. We need to have fun. We need to stop with the pressure. We need to expect nothing, but know that there's going to be some phenomenal finds in what it is that comes back off the 35mm film in the prints that do come in. We need to remember that instant gratification isn't the be-all and end-all of things. It doesn't need to be something that, has to have an immediate result. Yeah? It also reminds me that there are so many things in and around my world that I miss seeing because I am in a constant rush. I'm in a constant action of movement. I don't actually stop to look. And I need to start looking, because that's also where some of the great stories are actually held. Like certain objects around the home that mean the world to me because they were given to me by my grandmother. Those have stories attached to them from her. And yes, I did take a photo with them, and that's important. Those are important. So to stop is actually a very, very good thing to do as a creative. And if there's one final thing that I could say about this particular camera, and as a photographer who was in a funk creatively and didn't know what the hell she was going to do to try and get out of it, this camera's actually done that. This camera's reminded me the fun that I had as a teenager carrying around a film camera and developing that film, and then seeing the results, and then sharing those stories with the people in my life at that time. That ignited so many incredible moments and memories for me that I was constantly walking around with a goofy smile on my face, not even realizing it until someone had actually mentioned and asked what I was actually, what had made me smile. And that's what it was. So when the film does come back, like I said, I've already put through 2 rolls. I'm onto my 3rd. So when this film will actually be finished by tomorrow or the next day, you can bet on that. When they do come back, I am going to be here on this channel, and I'm going to share the secrets of those finds in those photos with you, and hopefully remember some of the stories that were attached with it. So why I took that photo. You know, and if some turn out, great. If some don't because they're too blurry, great. Because that's my story over a week. And that's pretty exciting. That's pretty phenomenal. And in case you can't tell, with the goofy smile on my face. So thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. I hope that gives you some ideas around, you know, ways to ignite your own creative processes and inner self, and maybe inner childhood self again. And I'll see you again in the next video. Bye.